Um, Hello, Noreen. I just want to say hi. I can't stay because I have radio show. Um, let me see who. Let me see who that is. Mm, mm. It says Facebook user must be on. Okay, on the Poetry Club. Okay. Mm, okay. Mm, mm. Okay. Oh, hello, Greg. Greg said hello, Noreen. I just want to say hi because I can't stay because I have radio show. Welcome, Greg. Okay, and you have a okay, you have a good I hope you have a great radio show. Thank you for stopping by, Greg. Thank you, appreciated it. And Soul Angel said hi, hello, Soul Angel, and welcome, Soul Angel. Um, Soul Angel said okay. So, we'll be here for a while because I'm out with my grandkids. They came from Jersey. Okay, okay, that is okay. You enjoy your grandkids, Soul Angel. Okay, and Robbie is here too. Hello, Robbie, and I want to welcome Robbie. Thank you for coming to the Poetry Club. Poetry Club. What do I call it? The Poetry Club Saturday night show. It is an honor to have you here. Thank you. And okay. And I want to thank Greg Lassiter for being here. And it's an honor to have you here, Greg. And welcome to the Poetry Club um, Saturday night show. Thank you. Okay. Uh oh. Mm. Okay. Oh, that got stuck right there. Okay. And you're very welcome, Soul Angel. And welcome to the Saturday night. Like, I'm sorry, you all. I should change the name. I'm getting sometimes I get it mixed up. I want to thank you, Soul Angel, for being here at the that's the Poetry Club Saturday night show, and it's an honor to have you here and everyone. And welcome everybody. It's an honor to have all of y'all here. Thank you. Okay, and I hope you all had a good week this week. Okay. I had a real busy week, but I had a good one. Okay, and congratulations, Soul Angel. I saw your video, your live video up there, and congratulations for being a great grandma. Okay, and 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 Kiwim Sak um Sagyama. I'm hoping I'm pronouncing your name right. Welcome to the Poetry Club Saturday night show, and it's an honor to have you here. Welcome, thank you. Um, Somebody's getting stuck on this. Okay. Hello, Kim. Love you too, Kim. And isn't welcome to the Poetry Club. Okay, to the Poetry Club Saturday night uh, show. Thank you, and it's an honor to have you here, Kim. Okay. And Soul Angel said, "Thank you. I'm so excited. You are very welcome, Soul Angel." Okay. Um. Okay. And Honey Holly said, "Hi Noreen, sorry I'm late. My alarm didn't go off. That's okay, honey. You don't have to apologize. You don't owe me an apology. Okay. And welcome to the the Poetry Club Saturday night um show. And it's an honor to have you here. Okay. Okay. Now I'm gonna start off with reading I didn't have time to find another a new uh, song or poem for Gary that he read, so I won't play one because I've been told don't keep doing it over and over. But so I don't have a new one. I haven't had time. I've been really busy this week. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna read this poem that of Gary's, and it's our okay, it's our theme poem for the club. It's called Money Has Spoiled. Money has spoiled everything but poetry. We all need truth. The value of our words is worth more than our money. We can't let our freedom of speech and personal feelings be destroyed and distorted by the influence of profit. The truth must be told about our past in order to use these truths to help guide the future of mankind on this earth. The end. And that is Gary's. Okay. Okay. Hello, Dickie. Welcome, welcome, to the Poetry Club Saturday night show, and it's an honor to have you here. Okay, and and Honey said that's fine, Noreen. Okay, thank you. And and Honey said that yes, and then she said I love it. Thank you. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Now I'm gonna read from William Shakespeare, the sonnets, poems of love. Okay. I'm gonna read sonnets 100. Okay. Hello, Jennifer Bastido. Welcome. Thank you, and welcome to the Poetry Club uh, Saturday night show. And it's an honor to have you here. Thank you, Jennifer. Okay. Okay. Now I'm going to read from William Shakespeare, the sonnets, the poems of love, and I'm going to read sonnets 100 through 109 today. Okay. Sonnet 100. Where art thou, Muse, that thou forgettest so long to speak of that which gives thee all thy might? Spendest thou thy fury on some worthless song, darkening thy power to lend base subjects light? Return, forgetful Muse, and straight redeem in gentle numbers time so idly spent. Sing to the ear that doth thy late esteem, and gives thy pen both skill and argument. Rise, resty Muse, My love's sweet face survey, if time have any wrinkle graven there, if any be a satire to decay, and make time spoils despised everywhere. Give my love fame faster than time wastes life, so thou preventest his scythe and crooked knife. The end. And that was Psalms 100. I mean Sonnet 100. Okay. And Jennifer said, "You're welcome." Okay. 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 Sonnet 101. O truant muse, what shall be thy amends? For thy neglect of truth and beauty died. Both truth and beauty on my love depends. So dost thou too, and therein dignified. Make answer, muse, wilt thou not haply say, truth needs no collar, with his collar fixed. Beauty, no pencil, beauty's truth to lay. But best is best, if never intermixed. Because he needs to praise. Wait, because he needs no praise. Wilt thou be dumb? Excuse not silence so, for't lies in thee, to make him must outlive a gilded tomb, and to be praised of ages yet to be. Then do thy office, muse, I teach thee how to make him seem long hence as he shows now. The end. That was Sonnet 101. Okay. And Sonnet 102. My love is strengthened, though more weak in seeming. I love not less, though less it shall appear. That love is merchandise, whose rich esteeming the owner's tongue doth publish everywhere. Our love was new, and then but in the spring, when I was wont to greet it with my glaze, a philomel in summer's front doth sing, and starting growth of trees. Not that the summer is less pleasant now than when her horns did hush the night, but that wild music burdens every bow, and sweets grown common lose their dear delight. Therefore, like her, I sometimes hold my tongue, because I would not dull you with my song. The end. And that was Sonnet 102. Okay. Sonnet 103. Alack, what poverty my muse brings forth, that having such a scope to show her pride, the argument all bare is of more worth than when it hath my added praise beside. Oh, blame me, if I no more can write. Look in your glass, and there appears a face that overgoes my blunt invention quiet, dulling my lines and doing me disgrace. Were it not sinful then, striving to mend, to mar the subject that before was well? For to no other pass my verses tend than of your graces and your gifts to tell, and more, much more than my verse can sit. Your own glass shows you when you look in it. The end. And that was Sonnet 103. Okay. Sonnet 104. To me, fair friend, you never can be owed, for as you were when first your eye I eyed, such seemed your beauty still. 3 winters cold half from the forest shook, 3 summers pride, 3 beautiful springs through yellow autumn, and the process of the seasons have I seen. 3 April perfumes, and 3 hot June burned, since first I saw you fresh, which yet are green. Ah, yes, yet doth beauty like a dial hand still from his figure, and no pace perceived. So your sweet hue, which methinks still doth stand, hath motion, and mine eye may be deceived. For fear of which, we hear this, thou age on bread, for you were, but ere you were born was beauty, some are dead. The end, and that was Sonnet 104. Hello, Doreen. Um, okay. Welcome to the Poetry Club Saturday night show, Doreen, and it's an honor to have you here. Okay. Um. Sonnet 105. Let not my love be called idolatry, nor my beloved as an idle show, since all alike my songs and praises be to one, of one still such and ever so. Kind is my love today, tomorrow kind, still constant in a wondrous excellence. Therefore my verse to constancy combined, one thing expressing leaves out indifference, leaves out difference. Fair, kind, and true is all my argument. Fair, kind, and true, varying to other words, and in this change is my invention spent. Three themes in one, which wondrous scope affords. Fair, kind, and true have often lived alone, with three till now never kept seat in one. The end. And that was Sonnet 105. Okay. And Doreen said, thank you. Um, you're very welcome. Then. Okay. 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 And Sonnet 106. Okay. When in the chronicle of wasted time, I see descriptions of the fairest ways. Wait. And beauty making beautiful old rhyme in praise of ladies dead and lovely knights. Then in the blazon of sweet beauty's best, of hand, of foot, of lip, of eye, of brow, I see their antique pen would have expressed even such a beauty as you master now. So all their praises are but prophecies of this our time, all you prefiguring. And for they looked but with divining eyes, they had not still enough your worth to sing. For we, which now behold these present days, have eyes to wonder, but lack tongues to praise. The end. And that was Sonnet 106. Sonnet 107. Um, Not mine own fears, nor the prophetic soul of the wide world dreaming on things to come, can yet the least of my true love control, suppose as forfeit to a confirmed doom. The mortal moon hath her eclipse endured, and the sad augurs mock their own presage. Incert- Incertainties now crown themselves assured, and peace proclaims olives of endless age. Now with the drops of this most balmy time, my love looks fresh, and death to me subscribes. Since spite of him, I'll live in this poor rhyme, while he insults over dull and speechless tribes. And thou in this shalt find thy monument, when tyrants crest and tombs of brass are spent. The end. And that was Sonnet 107. Okay. Sonnet 108. Was in the brain that ink may character, which hath not figured to thee my true spirit? Was new to speak, what now to register, that may express my love or thy dear merit? Nothing, sweet boy, but yet, like prayers divine, I must each day say over the very same, counting no oath thing owed, thou mine, I thine, even as when first I hallowed thy fair name, so that eternal love in love's fresh case weighs not the dust and injury of age, nor gives to necessary wrinkles place, but makes antiquity for his page, finding the first concert wait, finding the first conceit of love there bred, where time and outward form would show it dead. The end. And that was Sonnet 108. Oh, oh wow. Welcome, Aidwell. Welcome to the Poetry Club Saturday night show. It is an honor to have you here. Welcome. Okay, okay. And Sonnet 109. Okay. Oh, never say that. Okay, for the ones who's coming in, I'm reading from William Shakespeare, the sonnets, poems of love. That's what I'm reading right now. Okay, Sonnet 109. Okay. Oh, never say that I was false of heart, though absence seemed my flame to qualify. As easy might I form myself depart, as from my soul, which in thy breast doth lie. That is my home of love, if I have ranged. Like him that travels, I return again, just to the time, not with the time exchanged, so that myself bring water for my stain. Never believe, though in my nature reign all frailties that besiege all kinds of blood, that it could so preposterously be stained, to leave for nothing all thy sum of good, for nothing this wide universe I call, save thou, my rose, in it thou art my all. The end. And that was Sonnet 109. And this is it for right now. And then next week, I'll read some more of William Shakespeare's sonnets. And I was reading from William Shakespeare, the sonnets, poems of love. Um, Hope y'all can see this. Okay. Um, Remember last week I started reading from okay from Aurora by Elizabeth Barrett Browning, and I started last week, and I'm still on book one, and I'm going to read the whole thing. And I found it on archive.org, and there's a whole book, and so we left off at on page 16. And still book one. Okay. And this is a great book. Ara Lee is the work. Okay, excuse me. Okay. Okay. This is book one. Okay. Ara Lee, book one by Elizabeth Barrett Browning. The works of women are symbolical. We sew, prick our fingers, dull our sight, producing what? A pair of slippers, sir, to put on when you're weary, or a stool to tumble over and vex you. Curse that stool, or else at best a cushion where you lean and sleep and dream of something we are not, but would be for your sake, Alas, alas, this hurts most. This, that, after all, we are paid the worth of our work, perhaps. And looking down those years of education to return, I wonder if um, I wonder if Bandelier suffered more in the water torture, blood succeeds blood, to drench the evil throat and split the veins than I did. Certain of your feebler souls go out in such a process. Many pine to a sick, inodorous light. My own endured. I had relations in the unseen, and drew the elemental nutriment and heat from nature, as earth feels the sun at nights, or as a babe sucks surely in the dark. I kept the life thrust on me on the outside of the inner life with all the simple room for heart and lungs, for will and intellect, inviolable by conventions. God, I thank thee for that grace of time. At first, I felt no life, which was not patience. Did the thing she bade me, without heed to a thing beyond it. Sate in such a chair she placed, with bark against the window to exclude the sight of the great lime tree on the lawn. Have come from the woods to bring the hounds a message, and walked demurely in her carpeted low, in her carpeted low rooms, as if I should not, hearkening my own steps. Misdoubt I was alive. I read her books, was civil to her cousin, Romney Lee, gave ear to her bycar, tea to her visitors, and heard them whisper when I changed a cup. I blushed for joy at that. The Italian child, for all her blue eyes and her quiet ways, thrives ill in England. She is paler yet. Thou, when we came the last time, she will die. Will die, my cousin Romney Lee blushed. Oh, with sudden blush too, with sudden anger, and approaching me, said low beneath between his teeth, "You're wicked now. You wish to die and leave the world at dusk for others with your naughty light blown out." I looked into his face defiantly. He might have known that, being what I was, 'twas natural to like to get away as far as dead folk can. And then, indeed, some people make no trouble when they die. He turned and went abruptly, slammed the door, and shut his dog out. Romney Lee. I have not named my cousin here there too. Yet I need him, my cousin. Yet I need him as a sort of friend. My elder by few years, but cold and shy, and absent, tender when he thought of it, which scarcely was imperative, grey betimes, as well as early master of Lee Hall. Whereof the nightmare sate upon his youth, repressing all its seasonable delights, and agonizing with a ghastly sense of universe, hideous want and wrong, to incriminate possession. When he came from college to the country, very oft he crossed a hill on visits to my aunt, with gifts of blue grape from the hothouses, a book in one hand. Mere statistics, if I chanced to lift the cover, count of all the goats whose beards grow sprouting down toward hell against God's separative judgment hour. Okay. Um. Hello. Hello. Um. Okay. Um. Okay. Hello, Paul Andrews. Nicker. Hello, and thank you for being here at the Poetry Club Saturday night show. It is an honor to have you here. Thank you. Welcome. Okay. Um. And she almost loved him. Okay. Oh, before I'm reading from Aurora by Elizabeth Barrett Browning. I'm still on the book one. Okay. And she almost loved him, even allowed that sometimes he should seem to sigh my way. It made him easier to be pitiful, and sighing was his gift. So undisturbed at whiles, she let him shut my music up, and push my needles down, and lead me out to sea in that south angle of the house. The figs grow black, as if by a Tuscan rock on some light pretext. She would turn her head at other moments, go to fetch a thing, and leave no breath enough to speak with him. For his sake, it was simple. Sometimes, too, he would have saved me utterly, it seemed. He stood and looked so. Once he stood so near, he dropped a sudden hand upon my head, bent down on woman's work, as soft as rain. But then I rose and shook it off as fire, the stranger's touch that took my father's place, yet dared seem soft. Okay, okay. I used him for a friend before I ever knew him for a friend. 'Twas better, 'twas worse also afterward. We came so close, we saw our differences too intimately. Always Romney Lee was looking for the worms, I for the gods. A godlike nature his, the gods looked down, incurious of themselves, and certainly 'tis well I should remember how, those days, I was a worm too, and he looked on me. A little by his act perhaps, yet more by something in me, surely not my will. I did not die, but surely as one in swoon, to whom life creeps back in the form of death, with a sense of separation, a blind pain of blank obstruction, and a war, the ears of visionary chariots which retreat as earth grows clearer, slowly by degrees. I woke, rose up. Where was I in this the world? For uses, therefore, I must count worthwhile. I had a little chamber in the house, as green as any privet hedge a bird might choose to build in, though the nest itself could slow but dead brown sticks and straws. The walls were green, the carpet was pure green, the straight small bed was curtained greenly, and the folds hung green about the window, which let in the outdoor world with all its greenery. You could not push your head out and escape. A dash of dawn dew from the honeysuckle, that you were baptized into the grace and privilege of seeing. Okay. First, the lime. I had enough there of the line, be sure. My morning dream was often hum away by the bees in it, past the line, the lawn, which, after sweeping broadly round the house, went trickling, went trickling through the shrubberies in a stream of tender turf, and wore and lost itself among the acacias, over which you saw the irregular line of, of elms by the deep lane, which stopped the grounds and dammed the overflow of arbutus and laurel. Out of sight the lane was, sunk so deep, no foreign tramp nor drover of wild ponies out of Wales could guess if ladies' hall or tenant's lodge dispense such collars, though his stick well crooked might reach the lowest trail of blossoming briar which dipped upon the wall. Behind the elms and through their tops you saw the folded hills striped up and down with hedges, their burly oaks projecting from the line to show themselves, through which my cousin Romney's chimney smoked as still as when a silent mouth in trust in frost breeze showing where the woodlands laid Lee Hall, while far above a jut of tableland, a promontory without water stretched. You could not catch it if the days were thick, or took it for a cloud, but otherwise the vigorous sun would catch it up at eve, and use it for an anvil till he had filled the shelves of heaven with burning thunderbolts, protesting against night and darkness. Then, when all his setting trouble was resolved to a trance of passive glory, you might see an apparition on the golden sky. Alas, my Giotto's background, the sheep run along the fine clear outline, small as mice that run along a witch's scarlet thread. Okay, okay. Not a grand nature, not my chestnut woods of Vallombrosa, cleaving by the spurs to the precipices, not my headlong leaps of waters that cry out for joy or fear, and leaping through the palpit, palpitating pines, like a white soul tressed out to eternity with thrills of time upon it. Not indeed my multitudinous mountains, sitting in the magic circle with the mutual touch electric, panting from their full deep hearts beneath influent heavens, and waiting for communion and commission. Italy is one thing, England one. On English ground you understand the letter. Ere the fall, how Adam lived in the garden. All the fields are tied up, burst fast with hedges, nosegay like. The hills are crumbled plains, the plains parterres, the trees round, woolly, ready to be clipped. And if you seek for any wilderness, you find at best a park, a nature tamed and grown domestic like a barn door plow, which does not awe you with its claws and beak. Okay. nor tempt you to an eyrie too high up, but which, in crackling, sets you thinking of your eggs tomorrow at breakfast in the pause of finer meditation. Rather say, a sweet familiar nature stealing in as a dog might, or child, to touch your hand or pluck your gown, and humbly mind you so, of presence and affection, excellent for inner uses from the things without. I could not be unthankful, I who was entreated thus in helping, in the room I speak of, ere the house was well awake, and also after it was well asleep. I sat alone, and drew the blessing and of all that nature with a gradual step, a stir among the leaves, a breath, a ray. It came in softly, while the angels make a place for it beside me. The moon came and swept my chamber clean of foolish thoughts. The sun came, saying, shall I lit this light against the lime tree, and you will not look? I make the birds sing, listen. But for you, God never hears your voice, excepting when you lie upon the bed at nights and weep. Then something moved me. Then I wakened up, more slowly than I barely right now, but wholly at last I wakened, opened wide the window in my soul, and let the airs and outdoor sights sweep gradual gospels in, regenerating what I was. Oh, life, how oft we throw it off and think, enough, enough of life and so much. Here's a cause for rupture, here when we must break with life, or be ourselves unworthy. Here we are wronged, maimed, spoiled for aspiration. Farewell, life, and so as froward babes, we hide our eyes and think all ended. Then life calls to us in some transformed apocalyptic voice, above us, below us, or around. Perhaps we name it nature's voice or love's, tricking ourselves because we are more ashamed to own our compensations than our griefs. Still, life voice. Still, we make our peace within life. And I, so young then, was not sullen. Soon I used to get up early just to sit and watch the morning quicken in the gray and hear the silence open like a flower, leaf after leaf, and stroke it with listless hand, the woodbine through the window, till at last I came to do it with a sort of love, at foolish unaware, whereat I smiled, a melancholy smile, to catch myself smiling for joy. Capacity for joy admits temptation. It seems next worthwhile to dodge a sharp sword set against my life, to slip downstairs through all the sleepy house, as mute as any dream there, and escape as a soul from the body out of doors, glide through the shrubberies, drop into the lane, and wander on the hills an hour or two. Then back again before the hounds should stir. Okay, I hope y'all enjoying this. Okay, I love Elizabeth Barrett Browning's works. It is she writes phenomenally, and I love this book of hers. Okay, and she wrote this as a form of poem too. Or else I sat. Okay, Doreen said, okay, yes, I'm enjoying it. Oh, thank you, Doreen. I'm glad you are. Yes, it's beautiful. Okay, okay. Or else I sat on in my chamber green, and lived my life, and thought my thoughts, and prayed my prayers without the vicar, read my books without considering whether they were fit to do me good. Mark there, we get no good by being ungenerous, even to a book, and calculating profits, and so much help by so much reading. It is rather when we gloriously forget ourselves and plunge soul forward, headlong, into a book's profound, impassioned for its beauty and salt of truth. 'Tis then we get the right good from a book. I read much. When my father taught before from many a volume, love re-emphasized upon the self of same pages. But Theophrast grew tender with the memory of his eyes, and Elian made mine wet. The trick of Greek and Latin he had taught me, as he would have taught me wrestling or the game of fives, if such he had known. Most like a shipwrecked man who heaped his single platter with ghost cheese and scarlet berries, or like any man who loves but one, and so gives all that more once, because he has it, rather than because he counts it worthy. Thus my father gave, and thus, as did the women formerly by young Achilles, when they pinned the veil across a boy's audacious front, and swept with tuneful laughs the silver-fretted rocks. He wrapped his little daughter in his large man's doublet, careless did it fit or no. But after I had read for memory, I read for hope. The path my father's foot had trod me out, which suddenly broke off, what time he dropped the wallet of the flesh and passed. Alone I carried on, and set my child heart against a thorny underwood, to reach a breezy shelter, to reach a grassy shelter of the trees. Ah, babe, I the wood, without a brother babe, my own self-pity, like red-breast bird, files back to cover all that past with weeds. Okay. Sublimest danger, over which none weeps, when any young wayfaring soul goes forth alone, unconscious of the perilous road, the day sun dazzling in his limpid eyes, to thrust his own way, he and be an alien through the world of books. Ah, you think it fine. You clap hands, a fair day. You cheer him on, as if the worst could happen, were to rest too long beside a fountain. Yet behold, the world of books is still the world, and worldlings in it are less merciful and more poisoned. For the wicked there are winged like angels. Every knife that strikes is edged from elemental fire to sell a spiritual life. The beautiful seems right by force of beauty, and the feeble wronged because of weakness. Power is justified, though armed against St. Michael. Many a crown covers bald foreheads in the book world. True, there's no lack, neither, of God's saints and kings that shake the ashes of the graveside aside from their calm locks, and undiscomfited look steadfast truth against time's changing mask. True, many a prophet teaches in the roads. True, many a seer pulls down the flaming heaven upon his own head in strong martyrdom, in order to light men a moment's space. But stay, who judges, who distinguishes twixt salt and Nahash justly at first sight, and leaves King Saul precisely at the sin, to serve King David, who discerned at once the sound of the trumpets, when the trumpets blow for Alaric, as well as Charlemagne, who judges wizards and can tell true seers from conjurers. The child there, would you leave that child to wander in a battlefield and push his innocent smile against the guns, or even in a catacomb, his torch grown ragged in the fluttering air, and all the dark a mutter around him, not a child? I read books. Um, what I read books, bad and good, some bad and good at once. Good, good ain't what? Good aims not always make good books. Well-tempered spades turn up ill-smelling soils and digging vineyards. Even books that prove God's being so definitely that man's doubt grows self-defined the other side the line. Made atheist by suggestion, moral books exaggerating to license, books discounting from the human dignity, and merry books will set you weeping when the sun shines. A and melancholy books which make you laugh that anyone should weep in this disjointed life for one wrong more. Okay. Okay. Excuse me, you all. Okay. 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 The world of books is still the world I write, and both worlds have God's providence. Thank God to keep and hearten with some struggle indeed. Among the breakers, some heart swimming through the deeps. I lost breath in my soul sometimes and cried, God save me if there's any God. But even so, God saved me, and being dashed from air onto air, every turn still brought me nearer to the central truth. I thought so. All this anguish in the thick of men's opinions, press and counterpress, now up, now down, now underfoot, and now emergent. All the best of it, perhaps, but throws you back upon a noble, noble trust and use of your own instinct merely proves pure reason stronger than the bare inference as strongest. Try it, fixed against heaven's will, your ceiling ladders of school logic. Now, step by step, sight goes faster. That still ray which strikes out from you, how you cannot tell, and why you know not. Did you eliminate that such as you indeed should should, should analyze, go straight and fast as light, and high as God? The cygnet finds a water, but the man is born in ignorance of his element, and feels out blind at first, disorganized by sin, I the blood, your spirit insight dulled and crossed by his and sensations. Okay, okay, okay. Presently, he feels it quicken in the dark sometimes when mark, be reverent, be obedient. For such dumb notions of imperfect life are oracles of vital deity at testing the hereafter. Let who says the soul's a clean white paper rather say a palimpsest, palimpsest, a prophet's holograph, defiled, erased, and covered by a monk's, the apocalypse by a longus, pouring on which obscene text we may discern perhaps some there fine trace of what was written once, some upstroke of an alpha and omega expressing the old scripture. Books, books, books. I have found the secret of a garret room, piled high with cases in my father's name, piled high, packed large, were creeping in and out among the giant fossils of my past, like some small nimble mouse between the ribs of a mastodon. I nibbled here and there at this or that box, pulling it through the gap in heats of terror, haste, victorious joy, the first book first, and how I felt it heat, how I felt it beat under my pillow in the morning's dark, an hour before the sun would let me read my books. At last, because the time was ripe, I claimed upon the I chanced upon the poets as the earth plunged in fury, when the internal fires have reached and pricked her heart, and throwing flat the marks and temples, the triumphal gates, and towers of observation clears herself to elemental freedom. Thus my soul, at poetry's divine first finger touch, let go conversations, wait, let go conventions, and okay, and sprang up surprised, convicted of the great eternities before two worlds. What's this, hourly? You write so of the poets, and not laugh. Those virtuous liars, dreamers after dark, exaggerators of the sun and moon, and soothsayers in a teacup. I write so of the only truth tellers now left to God, the only speakers of essential truth opposed to relative, comparative, and temporal truths, the only holders by his sunskirts through conventional gray glooms, the only teachers who instruct mankind from just a shadow on a charnel wall to find man's inveritable stature out, erect, sublime, the measure of a man, and that's the measure of an angel, says Apostle A. And while your common man lay telegraphs, God's railroads, rain, rain, reap, dine, and dust the flaunted carpets of the world for kings to walk on, or our president, the poet suddenly will catch him up with his voice like a thunder. This is soul. This is life. This word is being said in heaven. Here's God down on us. What are you about? How all those workers start amid their work. Look around, look up, and feel a moment's space, that carpet dusting, though a pretty trade, is not the imperative labor after all. My own best poets, am I one with you? That thus I love you, or but one through love? Does all the smell of thyme about my feet conclude my visit to your holy hill and personal presence, or but testify the rustling of your vesture through my dreams with influent odors? When my joy and pain, my thought inspiration, like the stops of pipe or flute, are absolutely dumb unless melodious. Do you play on me, my pipers? And if soothe, you did not blow, would no sound come, or is the music mine, as a man's voice or breath is called his own, in breath by the life breather? There's a doubt for cloudly seasons, but the sun was high when first I felt my pulses set themselves for concord, when the rhythmic turbulences of blood and brain swept onward, outward upon words, as wind upon the alders, blanching them by turning up their under natures till they trembled in dilation. O delight and triumphs of the poet, who would say a man's mere yes, a woman's common no, a little human hope of that or this, and says a word so that it burns you through with a spatial revelation, shakes the heart of all the men and women in the world, as if one came back from the dead and spoke, with eyes too happy, a familiar theme become divine, the utterance. While for him, the poet, speaker, he expands with joy, the palpitating angel in his flesh, thrills, thrills, thrills only with consenting fellowship to those innumerous spirits who sun themselves outside of time. O life, O poetry, which means life in life, cognizant of life beyond this blood beat, passionate for truth beyond these senses. Poetry, my life, my eagle with both grappling feet still hot from Zeus' thunder, who has ravished me away from all the shepherds, sleep and dogs, and set me in the Olympians' roar and round of luminous faces for a cup bearer, to keep the mouths of all the Godheads moist for everlasting laughters. I, myself, half drunk across a beaker with her eyes, how those gods look. Enough so, Ganymede. We shall not bear above a round or two. We drop the golden cup at Here's foot and swoon back to the earth, and find ourselves face down among the pine cones, cold with dew, while the dogs bark, and many a shepherd scoffs. What's come now to the youth? Such ups and downs have poets. Am I such indeed? The name is royal, and to sign it like a queen is what I dare not, though some royal blood would seem to tingle in me now and then, with sense of power and ache, with imposthumous and manius usual to the race. Howbeit, I dare not. It's too easy to go mad and ape a bourbon in a crown of straws. The thing's too common. Okay, um, I'm going to stop right there. Up here. You see what? One. Okay. Okay. That looked like page 32. I'm going to stop there and okay. I'll mark it before I forget. Um. Okay, and I'll continue this next Saturday. Next Saturday. Okay, because my mouth started getting so dry from reading, and I apologize, you all. We're still on book one. Okay. Um, okay. 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 And now this is an awesome book. Her book. One day I'm gonna get her book. Um, Aurora. But right now I'm just reading it from the archives.org. Okay. Okay. And today's poetic form is called monorhyme. A monorhyme is a poetic form in which all the lines have the same end rhyme, and there's nothing else. There's no certain syllables in each line or how many lines you have. All you have to do is make sure all the lines have the same end rhyme. Okay, and any subject. And I got that information from shadowpoetry.com. Okay, that was the end of that. Okay. Um, okay. And today's word is saudade, and it's spelled Saudade. It is a noun. Origin is a Portuguese in the 20th century. And definition is a feeling of longing, melancholy, a nostalgia that is supposedly characteristic of the Portuguese or Brazilian temperament. Example in a sentence: the Portuguese musical genre Fado combines acoustic guitar with soaring, melancholy vocals full of saudade. And there's no English equivalent for sa, so, so, saudade, a loan word from Portuguese. Um, um, okay. And both Portuguese and Portuguese speaking Brazilian cultures and their people have the reputation of being full of sad emotions or nostalgic longings for things and people long past or circumstances that cannot exist. This particular type of melancholy is called saudade, Saudade, and has helped fuel Portuguese and art and also fado, Fado, a folk genre that combines acoustic guitar with vocalist singing songs of lament, longing, and loneliness. While fado remains a popular style within Portugal, it has been overshadowed by the rise of Portuguese pop and rock music, some of which maintains a mood of saudade. Okay, and that's the word Saudade, saudade. And if I'm pronouncing Fado wrong, let me know. Fado or Fado. I meant to look it up, and I didn't have a chance to. I apologize. Okay, and okay, okay, okay. Now I'm going to read from the love poems of Elizabeth and Robert Browning from this book, and Okay. And I'm going to read Elizabeth Barrett Browning, Sonnet 30. Okay. I think of thee, my thoughts do twine and bud about thee, as wild vines about a tree. Put out broad leaves, and soon there's naught to see, except the straggling green which hides a wood. Yet, O my palm tree, be it understood, I will not have my thoughts instead of thee, who art dear better. Rather, instantly renew thy presence, as a strong tree should. Bristle thy boughs, and set thy trunk all bare, and let these bands of greenery, which inspired thee, drop heavily down, burst, shattered everywhere, because in this deep joy to see and hear thee, and breathe within thy shadow a new air. I do not think of thee, I am too near thee. The end. And that is this is Derek Browning, Sonnet 30. Okay. I love that sonnet. Well, actually, I love all her sonnets. Okay. Okay. And Robert Browning's poem I'm going to read is Bifurcation. Okay. We were two lovers. Let me lie by her, my tomb beside her tomb. On hers inscribed, I loved him, but my reason bade prefer duty to love. Reject the tempter's bribe of rose and lily when each path diverged, and either I must pace to life's far end, as love should lead me, or as duty urged. Plod the worn causeway, arm in arm with friend. So truth turned falsehood, how I loathed a flower, how pride the pavement still caressed his ear. The deafish friends through life's day, hour by hour, as he laughed, coughing, it would appear, but deep within my heart, of hearts there be hid, ever the confidence, amends for all, that heaven's repairs what's wrong earth's journey did. When love from lifelong exile comes at a call, duty and love, one Broadway were the best. Who doubts? But one or other was to choose. I show the darkling half, and wait the rest in that new world where light and darkness fuse. Inscribed on mine, I loved her. Love's track lay over sand and pebble, as all travelers know. Duty led through a smiling country, gay with greensward where the rose and lily blow. Our roads are diverse. Farewell, love, said she. 'Tis duty I abide by, homely sword, and not the rock rough physics for me. Above where both roads join, I wait reward. Be you as constant to the path wherein I leave you planted. But man needs must more. Keep moving, whether when the star is gone, whereby he steps secure, nor strays from love. No stone but I was tripped by, stumbling block, but brought me to confusion. When I fell, there I lay flat. If moss disguised a rock, bent, if flint pierced, I rose and cried, All's well! Duty be mine to tread in that high sphere, where love from duty never disparts, I trust, and two halves make the whole, whereof, since here one must suffice a man, why this one must inscribe each tomb, then inscribe each tomb thus, then some sage acquaint the symbol which holds sinner, which holds saint. The end. And that was Robert Browning's poem, Bifurcation. Okay. Okay. Um, okay. Okay. I'm gonna read one of my poems. Um, this called "I Will Not Lower My Voice." Okay. Oh, I'm glad you. Okay. Thank you, Kim. Yep, I love it. I love that poem too. It's yep. Okay. Thank you, Kim. Okay. Called "I Will Not Lower My Voice." I wrote that inspired by the camera I got. My brother installed it for me. Okay. I will not lower my voice. I'm fed up with people coming on my front porch at 3, 4, or 5 in the morning. It's a whole new world out there since I had my camera installed on my front porch. Now I feel safe and I'm prepared. I dare you come up here. Now I have weapons, my camera and my mouth. The microphone is 100% loud on my app. I will not lower my voice. I search and yell when I need to. I repeat, I will not lower my voice. You don't want me to turn on the siren on my camera, for it's so loud that it'll disturb the neighbors. But I'd rather use my dangerous, powerful weapon. By the way, it's not a gun, it's my voice. I can holler so loud that it'll hurt your ears, and I will not lower my voice. You can ask the kid who stuck his hand in my window beside me where I was sitting alone eating a pizza a long time ago. I know his were damaged. You can ask the driver from UPS. I was so excited I hollered when he delivered my very first published poetry book. Okay. Voice can be more powerful than a weapon. I will not lower my voice. And I promise you, I will not lower my voice. The end. And that was my poem, I Will Not Lower My Voice. Okay. Okay. And, okay. Anybody want to come on here? Okay, let me put it up here and, okay. I already put it in YouTube. So I'll put it on in the chat okay, okay, 3M. Oh, okay. Okay. I put it in the poetry club. Now I'll put it on my page too. So you can come on there and uh, okay, um, so if anybody wants to come on, okay, okay, oh, wrong one. Okay, 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 okay. Doreen said um that was great. Thank you, Doreen. Thank you very much. Okay, okay, and Okay, and this is a Okay. StreamYard. Uh-oh. Um, 3M. Okay. Okay, I got it on my page too. Okay. Okay. Thank you, Doreen. Okay. Um. Okay. Mm, um. Okay. Okay. Oh, it got stuck on me. Okay, now it went off. Okay. Does anybody want to come on here? Okay. Anybody want to come on? You can if you can't click on it, you can paste it and copy and paste it on your browser or on your phone, and you can come right on. You don't need to download anything, and it don't matter if you have if you don't matter what phone you have or laptop or computer. You should go on there. It'll take you right there where I'm at, and I'll bring you on. Okay. Um. Okay. Did you want to come on, Doreen? Kim? Dickie? Robbie? I think I know Greg already left. He said he couldn't stay there very long. Adwell, Jennifer, Paul Andres, Nicker, um, um, honey, um, I think you left because you said you couldn't stay there very, this long the whole time. Um, I think Greg left too because he said he couldn't stay for the whole thing. Um, Robbie, um, it's, um, okay. Anybody want to come on here? Um, okay. 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 And y'all welcome to come on. Okay. Okay. While I'm waiting for somebody to come on, I'm going to read some announcements. Poco Shaw, since there weren't that many, like I said, I didn't do it this week at all, Poco Shaw, because there weren't that many of them coming. So I'm not going to do it like twice a week. I'm just going to do it at random whenever I have time, because there's that's what I'm going to do. So I'll let y'all know when I go back on. But right now, this week I've been too busy, and I'll be busy again next week too. So I'll let y'all know when I go back on. But I do support Never Give Up on there on Pococha, and I support Chino Diamante, and I support Hey Rachel B. Hey Rachel B. I think that's how you say her name. And I support them, and and oh, I want to support Electric Eric too. I haven't been on his show yet, but I want to support him too. So if y'all go on Pokestop and check them out, okay. And did okay? Anybody want to come on? Doreen, um, y'all are welcome. Anybody's welcome. Mhm. Okay. It's a lot easier to come on now with StreamYard. It was harder with Facebook Live because nobody could get on there. So with StreamYard, all you have to do is click on that link or copy and paste it on your browser or on your phone, and right there you'll get right there to where I'm at. It's okay. A lot easier than Facebook Live. Okay, and okay. Also, let y'all know about the the um announcements till somebody comes on. Okay. Okay. Honey Parker has a show on Outworld Fleet radio station called Poetic Expresses every every Sunday and night. Okay. And Craig Kirkland has a YouTube channel called Great Amazia, and check him out. You can watch his past archive shows on the TDP show with Amazia the Great, and you can see his movies. If you haven't seen his movies yet, go check them out. They're awesome, and he has poetry on there because he right now he's touring the East Coast of Florida. I mean not Florida, the East Coast of the United States. Go check him out, and okay, and 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 Franco Flavius and Max Bonnet and Francine has on their YouTube channel, Rejay Nostalgia. You can watch the Real Stuff podcast, the Poetry Corner, every Friday from 11 a.m. to noon. And Gina Storm, Brother O, Enigmatic, and Nina Purple has a show every Monday night at 9 p.m. Called Voices Behind the Pens. It's on talkshoe.com /show /poet hyphen radio hyphen station. And if you want to call in and read your portrait, you can. And plus, Gina Storm has something going on to the clubhouse every night, evening, every day, even during the daytime too, on on um on their uh on the clubhouse. Okay. And Nyla Alicia, we're getting close. She's getting closer to making enough money. I think that she needs like 500 something more, something like that, to keep the show on air for 3 hours. And her show is Speakeasy Cafe. You can find it on Block Talk Radio, and it's every Thursday night from 8 p.m. to 11 p.m. And if you want to read your poetry, you can go and read your poetry. Call in the show and read your poetry. It is an awesome show, and you want to join her her contest for this month in April, and you write to her poetry prompts on her page for the month of April. It has to be poems that you wrote in April, and it has to be the prompt she has for April. She put up there for April, and then you can be in a drawing. It's not really no contest; it's a drawing. So that's how it works. Okay, she draws names. Okay, so check that out. Okay. Um. Oh yes. Um. Okay, I haven't I'm still waiting on Bob Neal for the April show of Have a Chat with Poet Noreen. But I got May already for May 15th at 1 p.m. Our time in Florida's time in Eastern um daylight time. It's going to be at 1 o'clock, and Greece time is going to be at 8 o'clock at night. And it's Petros, uh, okay, on Petros, and he's from Greek. He lives in Greece. He's a Greek poet, and you're going to hear him on May the 15th. Go check him out. And I do have flyers up already for that. Okay, and I'm still waiting on for April yet, and so don't give up on April yet. Okay, and May will be Never Give Up. I haven't had no flyer on that yet, but that will be in June. Okay, and if anybody else wants to join and want to get interviewed by me, have a chat with Poet Noreen, and let me know and get in touch with me. And you're welcome to it. And if y'all want to on ko hyphen mark fi.com / Gary and Noreen, go check out our Ko-Fi. And I gotta do a video yet because I'm entering this contest for the it's gonna be it ends April 30th. So I have to make a video and put on the on Instagram, not Instagram, Twitter. I mean Twitter. I put on Twitter, and I have calendars. I still got I don't. I'm not gonna make any calendars ahead of time. But if you when you order calendars, I will make them as somebody orders it. And I have cards, reading cards. I do business cards now, and magnets, and I will be doing car magnets too for your car. I got the spatial magnet paper for the cars now. Okay. Hello, Elizabeth. Espera Castillo. Welcome. Welcome to the Poetry Club Facebook. I mean, the Poetry Club Saturday night show. Oh, and happy Earth Day to you too, Elizabeth. Okay, and it's an honor to have you here. Thank you. And as soon as I hear something from Bob McNeil, he's not doing too good. I know he's feeling really bad. So I'll let y'all know what's going on with his show in April for the Have a Chat with Poet Noreen. But I do already got it planned out for May the 15th with Petros. He lives in Greece. Okay, it's going to be a phenomenal show. Okay, so I want to thank the StreamYard, and I'm so thankful for the internet because without the internet, without having a laptop or having the internet, we couldn't have contact with people from all over. See, I met so many awesome poets and awesome people, you know, from having from the internet, from the you know what I mean. And this is so awesome, and I want to thank everyone who joining the Poetry Club because we have way over 4,000 now. So thank you all. I couldn't have it without you from all over the world. So thank you. And I want to thank everybody. And please anybody I had to take out okay, Facebook found caught one. Something to do with them. I'm having problems now with um, porno now coming on Poetry Club. If you all see any of that or any spam, please, if I don't catch it, please contact me, let me know, because I try to catch them in time, but I already got two of them off yesterday. I think it was yesterday, and Facebook let me know about one, but the other one, it was in spam. So I got rid of them. And then my cousin Doreen saw one, and she let me know like a while back. So I got rid of that. So I thank you, Doreen, for letting me know, because I don't allow no porn. I don't allow any porn. I don't allow any spam like about making money. You know, them kind of spams saying if you do this and you do that, you can make money. I don't allow that. That is not, if it's about poetry, I would go for it. But if it's not about poetry, it's about, to me, it's a spam. They say there's one that was a spam was saying if you if somebody don't have no butterfly tattoo on their body, they'll get some money from this one woman. Well, that's spam. I don't allow that. You don't do that either on the poetry club. I will remove the post. And the ones about the celebrities dying, I don't allow that either. Spam. So if you all see any spams, and especially porn, I don't want porn on there. Period. We have teenagers on the Poetry Club who join, and I don't want to see. I'm an adult, and I sure don't want to see any porn. That's I don't, and I know y'all don't either. It don't belong on the Poetry Club. Okay. So, and I want to thank everybody for helping me out and shaking this stuff for me. So thank you all. Okay. And anybody got any announcements, or they want to come on and read their poetry, or read, or want to say something? Y'all welcome to come on. Okay. 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 Um. And Elizabeth, did you have any announcements or poetry that you want to share? You're welcome to it. Okay. And okay. Um okay. Well, while we're waiting, I want to thank Robbie, uh um Robbie for coming here. Elizabeth, uh Elizabeth, um Esquera Castillo, Doreen Brunner, Kim Merritt, um um Richard Huggins Albert, um Solo Angel, uh Soul Angel Romero, Honey Holly, um, Greg Lassiter, um, uh, okay, Jennifer Bastido, Abel Sobelwell, Paul Andrews Nicker, um, and there was somebody else too. Oh, Chi Wayne Sakiyama. I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. I want to and okay, um okay, um um oh, and Jason Horton, thank you. And Jason Horton was on here too, and Lillian Spangler, and Nan. Thank you all for being here, and it's an honor to have you all here. Okay, and anybody wants to come on here? And I have a link on on my the Portuguese page on my page and the YouTube page. You should click on it if anybody wants to come on here. Okay, and I want to and if I miss anybody, I apologize. Um, I try to catch everybody. Okay, and I want to thank everyone for being here and thank you all. And okay, we should cook. And for the ones who didn't get to see it in the morning, I will I mean see it at the beginning of it. I will do the intro at the end too. The intro at the end. So y'all let me know how y'all like the intro I do for the show. Okay. Let me show you all real quick right now. Okay. Okay. Okay, this is going real slow right now. Um oh, I got the here it is. Okay. I'll show it to y'all real Okay, and that is the intro. So the ones who didn't see it at the beginning of it, that was the intro to the beginning of the show. And I haven't done the outro yet for the end of it, but I'm working on it. I haven't had a chance to work on it. To be honest with you, I haven't had time to work on it this week. So so I will be back next Saturday at 5 o'clock Eastern time, and I hope to see you all there. And since there's nobody coming on here, well, I'm going to close out the show. And I want to thank you all. Remember, you're never too old or too young to live your dreams, and go for it. Don't matter what anybody else say. So you're responsible for yourself. So you're um so um so you're responsible for yourself. So don't worry what other people think. So if that's what you want, there's something you have a dream you want to do, go for it. Don't worry what other people say. Do it what you want to do. That's what I say. You have to live your life and not worry what others think. I know that was hard to do for me too, but so remember that. And y'all have a good night, good weekend, good week, the whole good week, and I will see you all next Saturday, same time, 5 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. And thank you everyone for being here. I want to thank Elizabeth Esquera Castillo. I want to thank Jason Horton and thank you, Jason. That was my nephew. Thank you for being here. And Lillian Spangler, man, and she's a friend of mine. We went to school together. And and I want to thank Doreen Brunner. She's my cousin, and Kimberly Huggins Merritt. That's my sister, and Richard Huggins Albert, aka Dicky. That's my brother, and Elizabeth Castillo. Like Elizabeth Esquera Castillo. She's a friend of mine, and she's an awesome poet and artist. So check her out, her poetry out, and her artwork. And and I want to thank Paul Andres McCurr. He is a poet, awesome poet. So check him out. Abel So Will. He is a friend of mine too, and he is an awesome poet. And he has his own magazine called Online migrantonline.com. And I was featured in his magazine twice. So thank you, Abel. He's an awesome poet. Check him out. And and Greg Lassiter, he's a poet too, and and he has his own enterprises of the Grexes. So check him out. And he has a book out too. He's an author too. He has his own book out, and he's a poet too. So check him out, and check out his fiancee Debbie Allen, and she's an author too. She has a children's book out, and check out Jennifer Pastedo, and she's a poet, and she's an awesome poet. And Honey Holly, she's a poet and does make jewelry and everything, and she has her own shows. She also has one about if you need I don't have it marked down. If you need a life coach, check her out. And she has oils, so check them out. And okay, and Robbie, check him out. And okay, Robbie's multimedia poetry. He's an awesome poet, and he's a photographer too. He has awesome art. I mean photos too. So check him out. He's from Canada, and Solo Angel Romero. She check her out. She has awesome poetry. I know she just started writing poetry, but she's awesome. She's been on the show. Not well, she couldn't today or last weekend because she wasn't here. But she was on the show before, read her poetry, and even Robbie too. And okay, and who else am I missing? Oh yes, and check out let me go back. Um, Q Wayne Yaima. Check him out too. And okay, if I miss anybody, I apologize to you all. And okay, I hope I got everybody. So thank you all. This has been an awesome show, and thank you all. And you all have a great night tonight. I'll be closing. Okay, and God bless you all. And and we love you all. Thank you. Okay.